Hello, Gemini. Hope you're well. Apologies, I wasn't able to come back sooner. I wasn't well last month, so I couldn't do the previous videos, and I'm trying to do this as soon as I possibly could. So, hope you all are well. Of course, thank you so much for being around. Really appreciate the custom for sending me emails and yeah, making sure I was okay. Thank you. Of course, and it's December time. Happy holidays, happy Christmas. And what I want to do was do something different, a little special gift for people through this. And yeah, let's get started. So, of course, let's get the boring stuff out first. It's a general reading. Please watch, not that boring. Important but boring is the word. Um, watch your sun, moon, and rising and decide if this works for you because I know it does for me. Now, of course, still a general reading, so if you'd like me to look into the situation for you, then drop me an email. It's in the description box below. And we can schedule a reading at a mutually convenient time. Okay, let's get cracking. Gemini, the way I'm doing is I'm doing a general spread and I'm doing a love spread. Now, what has happened in the other videos, some of them is like there's been more messages, sometimes love messages coming in general as well for people, obviously, when those the love messages in the love reading are not coming for everyone. So basically, I just wanted to put that out there in case that happens. We shall see. Okay, let me tell you what your cards are. So for your general, we have King of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Pentacles upright. Not bad, it's upright. Transition card, which is in normal tarot, the Death card, upright. Five of Pentacles upright, and Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I'll give you the love spread once we get there. So without further ado, let's see what the cards want to talk to me about. Now this could be, for some of you Gemini, this could be you, but I'm sensing this is an outside energy. This is either your boss or somebody who's responsible, like a landlord, like a father, husband kind of figure. But I'm sensing there's more financial feel to it. So there's somebody either who pays the bills, who pays your wages, um, or is somebody who's responsible for doing that at home. Now, yeah, I think this is more a work feel for you with this spread, because what I'm getting is that, even though this King of Pentacles is in reverse, which means he's not coming out with his real qualities. He's trying to be, for some, I'm getting a feeling that even though he's got the Pentacles, he's actually being quite stingy. He's not, both emotionally and tangibly, he's not coming out and kind of expressing or making things happen as he's quite capable of, really. Or for some of you, for others of you, this person has been slow to come, and in the beginning of the month, even though he comes, this is not it's not showing you what you anticipated with this project, with this job. There might have been some delays. I know the Mercury retrograde starts in the early part of the month, so it might throw some spanner in the works for you. But what I like is that straight after that, there is a card of collaboration, which means you are actually collaborating with this person. There are contracts being signed. You're on a pedestal, which means that this moves forward, even though this person has got there slowly. But the good thing is that this actually moves forward in the right direction for you at that point. And you're working well. You're showing off, your caliber pretty well, I think. I'm just trying to see if there's any other messages, because I know this is the standard message that I usually get with this. This might also be, this is an older gentleman, whoever this is, and he's listening. You can see that he's quiet and he's listening, and this is the part of that, collaboration here. but there is more that is not, you are not aware of, is what I'm getting. There's more clarity outside than what you are made believe of, so made to believe that that there that it exists. Oh, thank God. um so yeah, yeah, I think there is some information. Even though you're actually doing the right thing, you're moving forward, there is some information that is hidden from you. And that is what I'm sensing is what actually happens, that there is a big change. Something stops happening, something is put to end, and that would mean that if this has come to an end, this was not the right thing for you. This is not something that gives you the future stability that you were after. And even though this is not what you anticipated, because you put your best effort forward, this, there is, you feel quite drained. You feel like you don't know, you can't see much. And this is a major arcana, and with transition there is a change. This is inevitable. This is meant to happen, and this is something that is going to happen for the, maybe you can't see the immediate benefit of it straight up, but you're going to in the future. And because of that, you feel quite drained, you feel quite tired, alone, and you have to tighten your belt. Which means for some of you this might be that they let go of you, um, which is not unheard of in this part, in this part of the world actually, and this part of the year too. um, and also the fact that this affects your finances. Now, having said that, this can also be that there is stuff that you're not seeing. There might be stuff, there might be that, yeah, there are opportunities, they might not be as great, but you were quite blindfolded. I mean, if you have a look at this card, you can see that she's blindfolded, and there's an angel who's trying to help her open it, and she's right next to these pentacles, but she doesn't know that. She's got that tight string around her waist, which is basically her feeling the pinch and trying to accommodate the pinch, um, and seeing there's no other way. But there indeed is. And I think you have to use your intuition, patience, and the fact that this is retrograde. This is going to take its period. What I like is that there's going to be a change of situation, change of location for you towards the end of the month, which means whatever this was, there's going to be something else that's going to be coming through. And this might mean that it's in a different city, different state, different country, not such a big different country feel, but more, yes, this is something that's going to come up, and that's going to require you to change or move, or maybe you decide to do that because the place that you're living in is not offering you the situations or possibilities that you think are aligning to you, really. So that's what I'm getting for you, Gemini. I think it's a straight up work on this one. Now, in terms of love, just to let you know what you've got the Hierophant in reverse. Oh, if I can speak today. Six of Wands in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. Oh, it's actually upright, but maybe for some of you, the energy is in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse, and Ace of Wands upright. So, for some of you, something which is traditional as marriage or a committed relationship is coming to um, coming to for some of you coming to an end. I was just making sure of what they were trying to say, because this can have a lot of different connotations. Just gonna have some water. Thirsty. And this means that your finances are affected for some of you. And you are not, and for others of you, you're not juggling as much. You're not the one responsible to carry this forward anymore. So, you're bailing yourself out, is what I'm hearing. With the Hierophant in reverse, of course, it's a major arcana. I also feel this could be down to kids, that there are still kids involved and you still got to do things, but you're not willing to do it and do it alone, or whatever this commitment is, whatever this, because this is in love life, this is something that is committed, this is something that is a ritual, a routine. Even if it's not a marriage, if this is a relationship which has been quite traditionally, you've got kids, it's not moving forward in the direction that you feel that it can do, and that has been, I hear, for some time now. And now is the only time that you're willing to kind of put your wands down and say, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I can't hold pretenses anymore, is what I'm getting with this. um, and for some of you, this might be that there is somebody already there, because of which this is the way it is now. Of course, Gemini, you know you're an air sign, but I feel that there's a lot of wands here, which means that there's a fire sign energy. It's either you or the other party, that has got an energy. I mean, they're both King and Queen of Wands. One is in reverse, which is the Queen of Wands, which means that either this is, and this could be your energy as well, Sun, Moon, Rising, but this is somebody, the King of Wands. I feel, even though it is normally, I get a more stable energy with this King of Wands. I get that he's actually, um, he's evaluating things, how they're progressing. If this is not you, this is the other party, and they're evaluating, so they're not actually willing to put their I heard guns down. So what they're doing is then actually moving forward and seeing how this is going to transpire. Now, what I hear is that even though they're the ones moving forward, there's somebody who's not in their element and is not sure how they want to progress with this. So Queen of Wands in reverse is somebody who's, um, she's not feeling enthusiastic. She's not got the energy. She's not moving forward in the way she'd like to move. Her stability is questioned, and that is why she doesn't feel stable to move forward. Now, this could be you, this could be the other party, because I've got both. I have to say, this could also be, even though I've got no three cards, I'm getting a sense for some of you, this is three people, and two, both King of Wands and Queen of Wands, decide to go, for some of you, together, even though one is in reverse. You still get an idea that we're willing to kind of make it go forward. And for others, if it's this one of them is you, then there's going to take, it's retrograde energy, there's going to take more time and energy for this to move forward. And this might be something that starts as a real, and it's going to take a lot of work, is what I'm sensing. With the Ace of Wands, it's a beautiful card, but you see there's still blocks missing here. So this is just a very infant stages here, that you get an idea, which is passionate. This relationship probably has got so much of creativity and passion involved, that this has got the, the leg to go forward. But somebody's going to come up with that idea and say, you know what, let's give it a go, towards the end of the month, because before that, I feel the retrograde energy is going to play up, and maybe somebody's not still willing to give so much, but I still feel that things are going to be a lot better towards the end of the month with regards to this relationship in question. Now, for people that are single, I feel that you've kind of done things in a certain fashion all that time, but now you're like, no, I'm done. I've been doing that, and people are like, I've had the same responses, and I know what you mean. Um, so you've kind of had that experience, and now you're coming to a point where, you know what, I don't want to go put up pretenses anymore. I'm going to do things differently, and you come up with creative ways, and lo and behold, you find somebody who's equally creative, who's probably had the same idea, and then you kind of try and give it a go later on. So, I mean, one of you is probably got more enthusiasm than the other, is what I feel. But it's real early stages, more towards the end of the month, and you would probably want to, try things differently and do things differently, rather than, I don't know, dating sites, or whatever traditional way you think you've been doing things. You're going to do things differently towards the end of the month, and that might give a new inspiration, um, new inspired relationship also, I'm hearing. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you. Well, that's all we have for you today, Geminis. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I shall speak to you very soon. Bye for now.